Hey everybody, practice problems for Thursday, November 6th, division of fractions. So remember, we're going to use we're not going to draw the example with an image or a diagram each time. It's not efficient enough. So just going over the strategies or the algorithm for dividing decimal fractions by fractions. You've got 5/6 and you're dividing that by 5/12. So you're just trying to see how many groups of 5/12 are in 5/6. So if you know anything about denominators, which hopefully you do, you know that 12ths would be half the size of a sixth. So 5/12 5/6. Okay, we should have an answer here that we're comfortable with. So we're going to keep the first fraction the same. We're going to switch it to multiplication, and we're going to flip the second fraction. Okay, and we're going to have 60 over 30, which is 2. And that makes sense because 12ths are half of 6th. So it would make sense that there would be twice the amount of 12ths inside of a 6. So if you have 5/6, it makes sense that there'd be 2 groups of 5/12ths inside of that. All right. But bottom line is you're going to keep the first fraction, switch the operation or change the operation to multiplication, flip the second fraction to its reciprocal, and make sure we go lowest terms here. 60 over 30, we want to use the division there. 60 over 30 is the same as 60 divided by 30. Okay? In the word problems, much of the same. You really just have to kind of figure out what is being divided by what. You have to figure out which one is the dividend, which one is the divisor. So I'm going to do number 5 as a practice to help you. Chelsea has 7/8 of a pound of butter to make icing. Each batch of icing needs 1/4 of a pound of butter. So we know we're taking 7/8 and when we're cutting that up and we're trying to find out how many groups of 1/4 would be inside of 7/8. Okay? So like we said before, we're going to keep the first fraction the same. We're going to change the operation to multiplication, and we're going to flip the second fraction, the divisor, to its reciprocal, and we're going to get 28/8. Okay? So each batch of icing needs 1/4 pound of butter. So what we're going to do here is, this just says model the situation and interpret the quotient. You're going to get 28/8. If we change 28/8 to a lower term fraction, and again, remember, we could do that here if we wanted to. We could cut this, dividing both of these by 4. We can make this 2, and we can make this a 1, and then you would get 7/2, which might be easier in the long run. If you divided these both by 4, you would get 7/2. So that would end up being 7/2 as a mixed number would be 3 1/2. Okay, so what this means is you're going to have 3 full batches of icing, and then you're going to have a half a batch. So you're not going to have quite enough butter to make the 4 batches, but you have enough to make 3 and then half of another one. Okay. And then let's see what else. Number 6, you're kind of in on your own. I mean, 5/6 divided by 1/6. I mean, that one, for the story that you have to write, I mean, we should know mentally, hopefully, that the answer to that one is 5. So maybe, use a recipe, use something where you're, needing a certain amount of something to make something. That could be your story problem. Okay. And then let's see, number 8, a teacher is making bags of different colors of modeling clay. The table shows the amount of each color she has available. Each color will be divided into 3/16 pounds bags. How many more bags of purple can she make than yellow? So on this one, you only want to focus in on purple and yellow. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to take 15/16, which is your purple, and you're going to divide that by 3/16. And you're also going to take your yellow and do the same thing. You're going to take 3/4 and divide that by 3/16. Now, you could change this to 16ths, and it's really 12/16. If you made the equivalent fraction, that would save you some time. 12/16 divided by 3/16. You probably could do that in your heads. Bottom line is, you're going to have the amount for purple, and you're going to have the amount for yellow. One of them is going to be bigger than the other. You have to find out how much bigger one is than the other. Okay, so again, I'll give you a hint here. The purple one's going to be the higher one. So when you're done, you're going to want to subtract the purple and the yellow to get your answer. Okay? All right, thank you. See you on Friday.